afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. I am Kayode Adebayo. The Nigeria Labour Congress and its affiliate unions today continue their solidarity protest in Abuja in support of the 5-month strike by the Academic Staff Union of Universities. The NLC President, Comrade Ayuba Waba, and the presidential candidate of the African Action Congress, Omoyele Sowore, among others, are currently leading the Day 2 protest in solidarity with ASU in Abuja. Reports say the unions defied warnings by the federal government and took to the streets to protest against the failure of the federal government to resolve the 5-month-old strike by ASU. Specifically, the NLC said in morning the two major political parties, the All Progressive Congress and the People's Democratic Party, generated from the sale of forms to aspirants could address ASU's demands. The protesters converged at the Unity Fountain and continue with the 2-day protest in Abuja over the prolonged strike by university workers across the country. The protesters plan to march down to the National Assembly, where the NLC president will deliver a message from the labor unions to lawmakers. The university lecturers had shut down public institutions on February 14 for the inability of the federal government to implement the agreement it made with ASU in 2009, as well as the refusal of the current administration to exempt lecturers from the integrated payroll and personal information system. The Speaker of Osun State House of Assembly, Honorable Timothy Oweye, has stressed the importance of legal backing for local government administration so as to ensure that the democratically elected leadership is at the aim of affairs. Honorable Oweye stated this while presiding over the plenary at which the State of Osun Local Government Areas Creation and Administration Amendment Bill was read twice. Parliamentary reporter Oluwatosin Oladokun has more on the report.
Speaker, in the course of observing legislative rights, had enumerated quite a number of benefits that are associated with having in place the democratically elected leadership in local government administration. A development which he noted will enable inhabitants in the grassroots to be more closer to government like never before. He also highlighted the State of Osun Local Government Areas Creation and Administration Amendment Number 5, B 2021, will pave way for express operation.
Putting in place a democratically elected local government in place is very, very important and sacrosanct as far as this time is concerned.
The Committee of All lawmakers took time to review some clauses such as age and other requirements for eligibility of a candidate vying for the chairmanship position. Earlier, Majority Leader of the Parliament, Honorable Maruf Olarawaju, has brought to the fore the immediate and futuristic merits the State of Osun Local Government Area Creation and Administration Amendment Bill, Amendment Number 5 B 2021. This is said will help to make provision for a presidential system of government to replace the parliamentary system we are practicing in the state of Osun. While speaking, the Chairman House Committee on Local Governments and Chieftaincy Affairs, Honorable Babatunde Festus Komolafe, said the amendment is designed to put solution to the problems in the present system of the local government. According to him, the operation of local government will be in tandem with other states of the Federation and ensure clear separation of powers as obtained in the federal and state settings.
In view of this, I will draw the Honorable House to give this amendment an accelerated facility.
The House, however, read the bill for the second time, just like the State of Osun Independent Electoral Commission B 2021. Oluwatosin Oladokun, OSBC News.
The House of Representatives has passed through the second reading a bill to amend Section 11 of the Central Bank of Nigeria Act 2007 to bar the governor, deputy governors, or directors of the Apex Bank from partisan politics. The proposed legislation titled Bill for an Act to amend Section 11 of the Central Bank of Nigeria Act 2007 to add more conditions for disqualification and cessation of appointment as governor, deputy governor, or director of the bank, and for related matters was sponsored by Honorable Sada Sole. While leading the debate, Honorable Sole said the bill seeks to add more provisions to the Principal Act for disqualification of the governor, deputy governors, or directors of Apex Bank who take part in partisan politics. Soli, however, said the bill is intended to restore its credibility from the shock it had suffered in the course of interpreting the existing law and not against any individual. The proposed amendment is not unconnected with the veiled presidential ambition of the CBN governor, Godwin Emefiele. The Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Idris Wase, has disclosed that the Directorate of Security Services issued 44 security reports ahead of the attack on the Correctional Service Facility, Kuje Area Council of Abuja. Recall that over 800 inmates, including members of Boko Haram, were freed by the insurgents who invaded Kuje Maximum Prison this month. The Deputy Speaker confirmed this after the lead debate on the motion sponsored by Honorable Abubakar Yelman on the need to halt the proposed nationwide ban on commercial motorcycles. Speaking earlier, the sponsor of the motion, Honorable Yelman, who called for the suspension of the policy pending the provision of the palliative to cushion the effect of the ban on motorcycles across the country, solicited the House intervention. Amid glaring danger lurking in the Federal Capital Territory, the Senate turned deaf ears to the recent threats by terrorists to abduct President Muhammadu Buhari, Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai, and lawmakers in the country. The lawmakers, upon their return from the weekend break, did not debate the issue of national importance during plenary. In a viral video, the terrorists who attacked the Kaduna-Abuja train had said the president, El-Rufai, and senators were their next target. But surprisingly, the federal lawmakers did not deem it necessary to deliberate on the issue, even behind closed doors in an executive session. The silence of lawmakers in both chambers has further heightened the apprehension of many Nigerians who have been on edge, wondering why they are not holding the executive to account for their primary duty of securing the lives of citizens. There were strong indications that two terrorist groups, the Islamic State West Africa Province and Boko Haram, were planning to attack some states in the northwest, north central, and southwest. Reports say that security agencies had got a security report that ISWAP and Boko Haram planned to attack Lagos, Kaduna, Kogi, Katsina, and Zamfara states, as well as the Federal Capital Territory. It was learned that there was a leaked memo from the headquarters of Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, which alerted state commands to the planned attacks. The NSCDC spokesman Shola Odumosu, when contacted, said the memo did not originate from the security agencies. However, a state commandant who confirmed the memo said security officials had been directed to keep mum over it in order not to cause panic. Following the alert, security was beefed up in Abuja to forestall a possible attack by ISWAP and Boko Haram. It will be recalled that the elite Presidential Guard Brigade was attacked by gunmen along the Buhari-Kubwa Road, where a captain, lieutenant, and 6 soldiers reportedly lost their lives. And now to sports. Nigerian long jumper Ese Brume has said she will be targeting a gold medal in their next competition. According to reports, Brume produced her biggest jump of the year in Oregon, USA, to become the first Nigerian athlete to win medals at 2 World Athletics Championships. She won the silver medal in Oregon, an upgrade to the bronze she won in Doha in 2019. The Olympic bronze medalist leaped 7.02 meters and finished behind Germany's Olympic champion, Malaika Mihambo, who leaped 7.12 meters, and Brazil's Leticia Oro jumped 6.89 meters to take bronze. Team Nigeria, who had won no medals going into the final day, left the competition with 2 after Brume's feat and hurdler Tobia Mushin's record-breaking sprint, which saw her win gold and become Nigeria's first ever world champions and world record holder. And on the foreign scene, some 40,000 railway workers in the United Kingdom have staged a walkout over pay, job security, and working conditions as the country battles its worst cost of living crisis in decades. The nationwide 24-hour strike brought the rail network to a virtual standstill with only 1 in 5 trains running. Meg Lynch, General Secretary of the National Union of Rail, Maritime and transport workers said strikes were necessary as wages have failed to keep pace with UK inflation, currently at a 40-year high and set to worsen. He said Network Rail have not made any improvement on their previous pay over, and the train companies have not offered them anything new. He added that the government needs to stop their interference in this dispute so the rail employers can come to a negotiated settlement with them. Transport Minister Grant Shapps told newsmen that the workers' employers are the people who have the mandate to negotiate. The cost of living crisis presents a major challenge to Foreign Secretary Liz Truss and former Finance Minister Rishi Sunak, who are vying to replace Prime Minister Boris Johnson in a leadership contest. Britain is grappling with the highest inflation rate out of the group of 7 countries, which include the world's advanced economies. Still on the foreign scene, lightning strikes have killed 20 people across 8 districts of the eastern India state of Bihar in just 24 hours. More thunderstorm with lightning has been forecast in northern parts of the state for Wednesday and Thursday. Bihar Chief Minister Nisi Kumar has asked people to closely follow the advice by the State Disaster Management Authority. Hundreds die in India every year in lightning incidents during monsoon rains. One of the reasons cited for the high number of deaths is the large number of people working outdoors in India compared to other parts of the world, which makes them more vulnerable. Mr. Kumar announced a compensation of 400,000 rupees for the families of each of the deceased. The Chief Minister had held a meeting last week and asked state officials to install lightning arresters at all government buildings, including schools and hospitals. The geographical position of the state makes it particularly susceptible to frequent lightning strikes during the monsoons. And that ends the midday news on OSBC TV. Please join us at 3 for state news. Good afternoon.
Hello viewers, welcome to your darling station OSBC. Come enjoy a rich menu of programs. On OSBC TV, there is something you must watch. We have drama,
Honey, is it no eating?
I just heard strange words and incantations, like ritual songs, coming from his room.
Honey, it's okay. Let me go and talk to him.
sports,
It is Mel! Yes! Oh, yes! What a brilliant free kick.
good musicals, educational television, kiddies and cartoons. Quality discussions and editorials.
Having an holistic view of what is playing out now in the political climate, general summary.
Then you equally saddle the same minded with controlling, the funding and money to which a party could spend. Actually, it's unfortunate that the parties are not sincere. They cannot be sincere in the nature of elections we are organizing. In the developed society, it's not as if the things are a little bit, but today people are challenging even Trump's elections in terms of information, in terms of managing the activities, in terms of his campaign. You can't do that here.
And news on the go.
For prioritizing agriculture as a means of diversifying the economy.
Join us on StarTimes channel 113, Free TV 502, and follow us online at osbcng.org. Meet us on our social media platforms. OSBC Television, we keep you updated.
Ẹ káàsán, ìròyìn ọjọ́ kan rí Kamil Abdulrahim lóníròyìn yín. Ẹgbẹ́ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí àti àwọn ẹgbẹ́ tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú wọn tẹ̀síwájú nínú ìfẹ̀hónúhàn àwàlẹ́yìn ẹ̀ tí wọ́n ṣe fún àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ olùkọ́ fásitì tí wọ́n wọṣẹ́ níran láti bí oṣù márùn-ún sẹ́yìn. Olórí ẹgbẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí Comrade Ayuba Waba àti olùdíje fún ipò ààrẹ ilẹ̀ yìí nínú ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú African Action Congress Ọmọyẹlé Sowore àtàwọn míì ni wọ́n ṣáájú ìfẹ̀hónúhàn tó ń wáyé l'Àbújá lónìí tó ti wọ ọjọ́ kejì tí wọ́n fi ń ṣàtìlẹ́yìn fún ẹgbẹ́ ASUU. Ìròyìn fi yé ni pé báwọn aṣáájú òṣìṣẹ́ náà ṣe fetí palàbà àṣẹ ìjọba àpapọ̀ tí wọ́n sì bọ́ sójú pópó láti fẹ̀hónúhàn tako ìjọba àpapọ̀ pé ó kọ̀ láti yanjú ìyanṣẹ́lódì olóṣù márùn-ún ẹgbẹ́ àwọn olùkọ́ fásitì. Ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí kanjú abẹ ní kò pé owó tí ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú All Progressives Congress àti People's Democratic Party rí láti ara fọ́ọ̀mù tí wọ́n tà fáwọn tó fẹ́ díje nínú ẹgbẹ́ náà lè fi yanjú ohun tí ẹgbẹ́ ASUU ń béèrè fún. Àwọn tó ń fẹ̀hónúhàn ọ̀hún péjọ sí Unity Fountain nítẹ̀síwájú ìfẹ̀hónúhàn ọlọ́jọ́ méjì náà lórí báwọn òṣìṣẹ́ fásitì lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí ṣe wà lẹ́nu ìyanṣẹ́lódì. Àwọn olùfẹ̀hónúhàn ọ̀hún ni wọn yóò dé ilé aṣòfin àpapọ̀ ilẹ̀ yìí níbi tí olórí ẹgbẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ yóò ti fiṣẹ́ àwọn akẹgbẹ́ rẹ̀ jẹ́. Lọ́jọ́ 14 oṣù kejì ọdún yìí láwọn ẹgbẹ́ olùkọ́ láwọn fásitì ìjọba àpapọ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìyanṣẹ́lódì láti fi béèrè ẹ̀tọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́ ìjọba àpapọ̀ tó sì kọ̀ láti tẹ̀lé àdéhùn tí wọ́n dìjọ ṣe lọ́dún 2009. Abẹnugan ilé aṣòfin ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun Honorable Timothy Owóẹ̀yẹ ti tẹnumọ́ pàtàkì fífi ẹsẹ̀ òfin gbé ìṣàkóso ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ nílẹ̀ lọ́nà àti jẹ́ kí àwọn tí wọ́n dìbò yàn kó mọ ṣàkóso ìjọba ìbílẹ̀. Abẹnugan ilé aṣòfin sọ yìí di mímọ̀ lásìkò tó ń darí ìjókòó ìgbìmọ̀ tẹ̀kótó ilé lẹ́yìn tí ilé ti ka àbá tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú àkóso àti ìdásílẹ̀ ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀mejì ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ níbi ìjókòó ilé. Oníròyìn iléeṣẹ́ ìnílẹ̀ aṣòfin Olúwatósìn Ọládòkun lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ ìròyìn àtúpalẹ̀ ohun tó mú bọ̀rẹ̀ láti ẹnu Olúwarántí Ọ̀jẹ́wòmí.
Abẹnugan ilé aṣòfin ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun láòkó tó ń wòye ojúṣe àwọn aṣòfin ó mẹ́nuba ọ̀kan òjọ̀kan àǹfààní tó wà nínú káwọn adarí ó wà ní ìgbọnnu ìṣàkóso ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ láwọn ìpínlẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àlàyé pé yóò jẹ́ kí ìjọba rere ó rẹ́sẹ̀ múlẹ̀ sí lẹ́sẹ̀ kúkú. Bákan náà ló mẹ́nuba àbá márùn-ún ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ìdásílẹ̀ ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun àti àbá tí wọ́n ṣàtúnṣe sí tí yóò mú kí iṣẹ́ wọn ó pagere sí i láwọn ìjọba ìbílẹ̀. Nínú ìjíròrò àpapọ̀ ilé àwọn aṣòfin mẹ́nuba abala kọ̀ọ̀kan àti ẹsẹ̀ òfin náà bíi ọjọ́ orí àti àlàkalẹ̀ ohun àmúyẹ tẹ́ni bá fẹ́ díje fún ipò alága ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ gbọdọ̀ ní. Ṣáájú ni olórí ọmọ ilé tó pọ̀ jùlọ Honorable Moruf Ọláréwájú ti gbé e sí iwájú àwọn aṣòfin àwọn àǹfààní tó wà nínú àbá tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun tí yóò ṣàǹfààní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni yóò jẹ́ kí ètò ìṣèjọba ààrẹ apàṣẹ wàá kí ó kásẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ kí wọ́n sì rọ́pò rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ti ìṣèjọba aṣòfin bó ṣe rí ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun. Nínú ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ alága ìgbìmọ̀ tẹ̀kótó ilé fọ́rọ̀ ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ àti oyè jíjẹ Honorable Babátúndé Festus Kọmọláfẹ́ ṣàlàyé pé àtúnṣe náà yóò wojútùú sí ọ̀kan òjọ̀kan ìṣòro tó ń kojú àwọn ìjọba ìbílẹ̀. Gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe sọ ìṣọwọ́ ṣiṣẹ́ láwọn ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ ni àkùdé ti ń débá látẹ̀yìnwá pẹ̀lú àwọn ìpínlẹ̀ àti ìjọba àpapọ̀. Ó ní bí oníkálukú bá dá dúró yóò jẹ́ kí ìjọba rere kí ó wà. Ilé tún ka àbá náà fún ìgbà kejì bí wọ́n ṣe ka àbá tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú àjọ elétò ìdìbò ti ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun State Independent Electoral Commission Bill tọdún 2021. Olúwarántí Ọ̀jẹ́wòmí fún iléeṣẹ́ OSBC.
Ilé-ìgbìmọ̀ aṣojú-ṣòfin ilẹ̀ yìí ti ka àbá tó pè fún ṣíṣe àtúnṣe sí abala kọkànlá òfin ilé ìfowópamọ́ ilẹ̀ yìí tọdún 2007 fún ìgbà kejì láti fi òfin de adarí àti igbákejì adarí báńkì àpapọ̀ ilẹ̀ yìí láti má kópa nínú ọ̀rọ̀ òṣèlú. Ọmọ ilé-ìgbìmọ̀ aṣojú-ṣòfin láti ìpínlẹ̀ Katsina tó jẹ́ ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC Honorable Sadasole ló dábàá náà nígbà tó ń ṣàlàyé nípa àbá ọ̀hún. Honorable Sole sọ pé àbá náà yóò fààyè sílẹ̀ láti yọ èyíkéyìí ọ̀gá àti igbákejì ọ̀gá tó fi mọ́ olùdarí láwọn ilé ìfowópamọ́ àpapọ̀ ilẹ̀ yìí tó bá kópa nínú òṣèlú nípò. ọ̀nàrẹ́bù sọ́lé fi kún pé àbá náà ló wà níbàámu pẹ̀lú ọ̀nà láti jẹ́ kí àkóyawọ́ kó wà nínú àmójútó báńkì àpapọ̀ ilẹ̀ yìí. ilé-ìgbìmọ̀ aṣojúṣòfin ilẹ̀ yìí wá ṣàfọ̀mọ́ ara rẹ̀ pé àgbéyẹ̀wò àbá náà kò ní nǹkan kan ṣe pẹ̀lú èròǹgbà adarí báńkì àpapọ̀ ilẹ̀ yìí Godwin Emefiele tó fẹ́ dupò ààrẹ àmọ́ tèrò rẹ̀ kò padà wá símúṣẹ. igbákejì abẹnugan ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣojúṣòfin ilẹ̀ yìí ọ̀nàrẹ́bù Idris Wase ti sọ di mímọ̀ pé ikọ̀ ọ̀tẹlẹ̀múyẹ́ lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí ti fi àbọ̀ ìròyìn ètò ààbò tó dé tí gbọ́ wọn sọ̀wọ́ káwọn onísùmọ̀mí tó lọ kọlu ọgbà àwọn tó ń ṣàtúnṣe sí ìhùwàsí àwọn tó bá lu páńpẹ́ òfin tó wà ní Kùjé nílùú Àbújá. àwọn rántí pé àwọn tó wà lọ́gbà náà tí wọ́n tó ẹgbẹ̀rin níbi táwọn ikọ̀ Boko Haram wà láwọn olubi ẹ̀dá náà dá sílẹ̀ lọ́gbà náà lóṣù tó kọjá. lẹ́yìn àgbéyẹ̀wò àbá tí ọ̀nàrẹ́bù Abubakar Yalema tẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC láti Jigawa gbé kalẹ̀ lórí pàtàkì fífòfin de iṣẹ́ àwọn ọlọ́kadà yíká orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ní gbákejì abẹnugan ilé fìdí ọ̀rọ̀ náà múlẹ̀. láì wo ọ̀kan ọ̀jọ̀kan àìbalẹ̀ ọkàn tó ń súyọ lólùlulẹ̀ yìí Àbújá sí làwọn asòfin àgbà ketí ọ̀gbìn sí àlẹ́ àwọn onísùmọ̀mí tí wọ́n ń lérí lẹ́ka láti jí ààrẹ Muhammadu Buhari àti gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Kaduna Nasir El-Rufai pẹ̀lú àwọn asòfin kan gbé lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí ní kété tí àwọn asòfin dé látẹnu ìsinmi tí wọ́n lọ fún. wọn kò tiẹ̀ pẹ̀kẹ́lu ọ̀rọ̀ tó kan ètò ààbò ilẹ̀ yìí níbi ìjókòó wọn. nínú àwòrán kan táwọn onísùmọ̀mí tí wọ́n kọlu ọkọ̀ ojú irin tó lọ láti Kaduna sí Àbújá fi síta ni wọ́n jẹ́ kó di mímọ̀ pé ààrẹ Buhari El-Rufai àtàwọn sẹ́nẹ́tọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí kan ní lókù táwọn yóò jí gbé. ṣùgbọ́n sí ìyàlẹ́nu àwọn asòfin náà kò tiẹ̀ rí ọ̀rọ̀ náà rò rárá kódà wọn kò mẹ́nu bà níbi ìjókòó wọn. báwọn asòfin kò ṣe wá rí ọ̀rọ̀ náà rò ló mú kó máa kọ àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà lóminú pé kí ló dé táwọn asòfin kò ṣe báwọn aláṣẹ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ojúṣe wọn láti dáàbò bo ẹ̀mí àti dúkìá àwọn aráàlú. igbákejì abẹnugan ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣojúṣòfin ilẹ̀ yìí ọ̀nàrẹ́bù Idris Wase tó darí ilé sọ níbẹ̀rẹ̀ oṣù yìí pé ikọ̀ ọ̀tẹlẹ̀múyẹ́ lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí ti fi ìwé kan nípa ààbò ṣọwọ́ síjọba àpapọ̀ kí wọ́n tó lọ kọlu ibùdó tó ń ṣàtúnṣe sí ìhùwàsí àwọn tó bá lu páńpẹ́ òfin tó wà ní Kùjé l'Àbújá. nígbà tó mẹ́nuba fífòfin de àwọn tó ń fi alùpùpù ṣiṣẹ́ òòjọ́ tó jẹ́ ara ọ̀nà láti fòpin sí ìpèníjà tó ń kojú ètò ààbò ìdẹ̀rùn àwọn aráàlú náà sì ṣe kókó. ó ti ń fojú hàn pé ikọ̀ ISWAP àti Boko Haram ń gbèrò láti ṣèkọlù sáwọn ìpínlẹ̀ kan lápá àríwá gúúsù àárín gbùngbùn àríwá àti ìwọ̀ oòrùn gúúsù ilẹ̀ yìí. ìròyìn fi hàn pé àjọ elétò ààbò ti rí gbọ́ pé ikọ̀ ISWAP àti Boko Haram ń gbà lérò láti ṣèkọlù sí ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, Kaduna, Kogi, Katsina àti Zamfara tó lùlulẹ̀ yìí. àrígbámọ̀ròyìn jẹ́ kó yé ni pé àṣírí ọ̀rọ̀ náà tú sí àjọ ààbò ara ẹni làbò ìlú lọ́wọ́ tó sì ta gbogbo àwọn tí ọ̀rọ̀ ètò ààbò kàn gbọ̀ngbọ̀n lólobó nípa ìkọlù ọ̀hún. agbẹnusọ fàjọ ààbò ara ẹni làbò ìlú lólùlẹ̀ yìí ọ̀gbẹ́ni Ṣọlá Odùmọ̀ṣù ṣàlàyé pé lẹ́tà náà kò wá látọ̀dọ̀ àjọ elétò ààbò àmọ́ tó jẹ́ pé àwọn ọ̀gá àjọ ààbò ara ẹni làbò ìlú láwọn ìpínlẹ̀ tí wọ́n fìdí ìròyìn múlẹ̀ sọ pé àwọn ti pàṣẹ fáwọn òṣìṣẹ́ wọn pé kí wọ́n ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ náà ní bòńkẹ́lẹ́ lọ́nà àti má dá ìpayà sílẹ̀ fáwọn aráàlú. èyí ló mú kí ètò ààbò rototo l'Àbújá lọ́nà àti dènà ìkọlù ọ̀hún. a ó rántí pé àwọn jàǹdùkú ṣe ìkọlù sáwọn ẹ̀ṣọ́ aláàbò ààrẹ lójú ọ̀nà Buhari Kupwa níbi táwọn ọ̀gá ológun àtàwọn mẹ́fà míì ti dágbére fáyé. eléré ìdárayá ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ní ibi ìdíje àwọn tó ń fò lórí ilẹ̀ Ezebrome ti sọ pé òun yóò ṣiṣẹ́ tó bóun ṣe gba àmì ẹ̀yẹ góòlù níbi ìdíje tó ń bọ̀ lọ́nà. ìròyìn fi yé ni pé Brome ló gbé gba orókè níbi ìdíje ìdárayá tọdún yìí tó wáyé nílẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà, èyí tó mú kó di ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí tí yóò gba àmì ẹ̀yẹ nínú ìdíje eré ìdárayá méjì ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ lágbàáyé. Lọ́dún 2019 ni Brume gba àmì ẹ̀yẹ bàbà ṣùgbọ́n tó jáwé sóbì lọ́dún yìí pẹ̀lú bó ṣe gba àmì sífà àwọn aṣojú orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà nínú ìdíje ọ̀hún ni wọn ò kọ́kọ́ rọ́wọ́ mú níbẹ̀rẹ̀ ìdíje náà tí wọ́n sì fakọyọ láṣekágbá lẹ́yìn tí Eze Brume àti Tobi Amusan gba góòlù àti àmì ẹ̀yẹ sífà láti fìtàn tuntun balẹ̀ lágbàáyé àti lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Nílẹ̀ òkèèrè yàrá tó sán ti gbẹ̀mí 20 èèyàn yíká ẹkùn 8 ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ lápá àríwá Bihar ní India. Àwọn tó ń wo bójú ọjọ́ yóò sì rí ti ṣàlàyé pé àrá àti mọ̀nàmọ́ná yóò bójú ọjọ́ lápá àríwá orílẹ̀-èdè náà lónìí àti lọ́la. Adarí lẹ́kùn Bihar Nishti Kumar rọ àwọn èèyàn láti tẹ̀lé gbogbo àṣẹ táwọn àjọ tó ń mójútó ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ pàjáwìrì pa. Omilẹ̀gbẹ́ àwọn èèyàn ni wọ́n máa ń dágbére fáyé lọ́dọọdún nítorí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ àrá sísán. Ọ̀kan lára ohun tó sì ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí ti fi wọ́pọ̀ ní bí ọ̀pọ̀ èèyàn ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ òòjọ́ wọn ní gbangba ìta lórílẹ̀‐èdè náà, èyí tó mú kí wọ́n máa forí sọta ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ọ̀hún. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Kumar wá kéde 400,000 owó pupils fáwọn ẹbí tí èèyàn wọn kú níbi ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ọ̀hún. Ìròyìn ọjọ́ kan rí wa fún ti tàkókò ikọ̀ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́ pàdé wa láago 3:15 nígbà táwọn mú ìròyìn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun wá fún yín. Títí ìgbà náà ẹ kú jù lọ́nà.